Let me just check something here. Let me confirm we are live.
There's also Jayson here that requested to join so that we could do chat and share 1 or 2, 3 things.
Okay.
Okay, I see we are live, guys. We are live. Welcome, welcome. I'm joined with my awesome panel here. We have Sikaile. We have Jayson, Paper Officer. Welcome. And we have the Dawn of Power, Seer 1. Welcome, guys. There are only 20 people live so far. So that's why I was sharing. Let's share so that we get 200. So let's share, guys. I'll play a little bit of music while we share. Thank you. Let's get to 100 and then we can get started. Welcome, guys. If you're just joining us, we have the Dawn of Power in our midst. It's a special day. It's the last day before the last day of campaigning. So today is a really
tomorrow.
Oh, last day of campaigning is tomorrow. It's not today.
Yes.
Okay. So we are in the dying minutes of our campaign period. We have the Dawn of Power in our midst. We have Mr. Sikaile here, and we have Comrade Jayson Chipepo. Welcome, guys. Mr. Sikaile, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to welcome everyone. I just thought of trying to invite people, and I thought of trying to share, to hear from other people's views as Zambia decides. And I was honored to have Officer Jayson Chipepo who will be with us. We're going to share ideas to hear what other people they are thinking as Zambia prepares for the elections. And then we also have Prophet Seer 1, who I personally requested if he can join and also share what you'd love to share, especially to the Zambian people. I'm pretty sure he has some message that you want to share that we are close to the day of the elections that we are having. So I welcome everyone, and we are going to interact. Probably maybe there are questions that people will ask, and we are very honored that I thought of bringing Officer Jayson Chipepo to help us also understand how we can go about these elections from the security perspective. Looking at the country, we have seen a lot of security personnel being deployed. We have the soldier, all defensive forces. This includes the Zambia Army, Zambia Air Force, Zambia National Service. Then we have also officers from ZAWA, officers from immigration, and the officers from Zambia Police, then the intelligence. So it's a special general elections in the political history of Zambia that we are going to see a lot of different things, and we have seen that we have been assured that they will be all over to provide the order and the security to make sure that people they vote wisely. So we are honored to have our brother from the security perspective, Officer Jayson Chipepo, guide us, and then the other guest, the Prophet Seer 1. I'm sure you are very much conversant with Zambian politics and African politics in general. because the problem in Zambia is the problem in South Africa, is the problem in Nigeria for me, and whatever Zambia is going through today, it's like it's a problem that every African country is going through. Prophet Seer one, Zambia decides. What's your take? One more day to go before the campaigns are done. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Sikaile. Thank you to everyone that is watching me. I want to say I am so glad to be here again today to speak to you, to speak to the people of Zambia again as you go into the election. This election is very important. This election is like fighting for democracy, fighting for independence. For years, we have watched what PF have done to the people of Zambia. We have watched what the Galunga have done to the people of Zambia. Believe me, I have interacted with both the people from the UPND, the people from the PF, the people from the Southern Province, the people from Northern Province. Everyone is saying the same language. Everyone is crying. There is no single person that is happy with the regime and the leadership of Edgar Lungu. Everyone wants change. The only few that you see are still talking about Edgar Lungu, singing for Edgar Lungu, are the people that are benefiting, are cadres. For example, I had a friend, there is this young man in PF. There are so many of them in PF who were doing nothing. When I was in Zambia, they were begging from one street to another, one church to another, one place to another to eat, to survive. But that time when I go to eat food from Nigerian restaurants, I will always see them. They come, they beg. I give them 10 rand. I give them 20, 20 kwacha, 10 kwacha. I buy Nigerian food for them. Today, when I look at them, I was actually encouraging them to go back to school and become successful. But today, when I look at them, they are driving all kinds of cars. They are driving Mercedes Benz. They are driving BMWs. They are driving different types of car. And when they speak to me, when I ask them, what do you do? They say, we just became PF cadre. And you can see that this is exactly what is going on in Zambia today. Criminals, uh, people who didn't want to go to school, fools, and those other people who wasted their time in school are the ones enjoying, they are the ones running the affairs of the nation. Uh, when you hear people saying everything is okay in the country, you're talking about Kada. When you hear people saying Edgar Lungu must continue, Edgar Lungu is doing well, Edgar Lungu has delivered development. Those are the few that are benefiting from Edgar Lungu. Those are cadres. They are rich. They are doing very well. I'm telling you, cadres are doing extremely well. They can afford anything. For example, look at Maxwell Chongo. When I was in Zambia, Maxwell Chongo couldn't afford 3 times square meal. But today, he has bought a house for the wife. He's bought a house for himself. He's driving all kinds of cars. And educated people, intelligent people are roaming all over the street with nothing. Like for example, a few months ago, we had PF government fighting doctors because doctors were asking for a better payment. Those are people that sacrificed, that read books, that really cried and, suffered to be where they are. Today they have nothing. There is professors in Zambia are poor. People who are supposed to be successful in Zambia are people that are suffering. But cadres, idiots that know nothing, those are the people enjoying. And those are the things that those are the people that you hear saying everything is okay, everything is okay. I'm not forgetting the slave queens. They are, when criminals are ruling the nation, slave queens benefit a lot because they go to Dubai, they go to USA, they go to this and that using the money that was supposed to be used to pay workers. Today, as we are talking, I received not less than 200 messages from council workers. They are not paid. They are not paid. But look at cadres. There is no single person in Zambia that is speaking a different language apart from change. Sikaile, the vote in this election is going to shock you. People are going to go to the polling stations to sleep there just to cast their vote. And I can assure you, people are going to cast and protect their vote. This is not like before. This is not like 2016. It's not like 2015. No, this is a revolution. And you are going to see it for yourself. And Edgar Lungu is aware of this. And I'm very happy. In conclusion, I'm saying that everyone is speaking the language of change. Both those people that are in PF, majority of them are speaking the language of change. UPND and the people of Zambia in general, they are all speaking the language of change.
Thank you so much, Prophet Isiawan. I'll come back to you. As you mentioned the issues to do with the cadres. Now, we are privileged today. We have our brother who resigned. I think brother Chipepo Sonda, he resigned. And I recall very well when I saw his first video where he said, I'm a trained police officer. And I can't continue being given instructions by cadres. Officer Chipepo, welcome. Zambia is deciding, you are mute, please. Zambia is deciding, and we have seen there is a lot of security that has been unleashed in the streets. I've just mentioned this afternoon. I was told even immigration, they have joined, ZAWA officers have joined, all defense forces, Zambia police. So we are talking about five different security wings in the country. They will be there. From the security perspective of Samson, guide us. What does that, what is the situation that Zambia is in today? What does it mean?
Oh, thank you very much, Brother Sikaile, for that. I really appreciate cannabis. To me, my interpretation of all that is when there is peace, this is actually a proverb, when there is peace in the village, the chief does not move with a shield. You only need security when your position is threatened. And this is, I'm glad that even officers now have been, are doing things from a well-informed point of view. Like most of them, I've got a number of them that I communicate to, and trust me, officers know the right side. It's just that, you see, they have to be there because some of them, that's their surviving line. They have to care. It's hard to be a uniformed personnel at the moment. I'm telling you, it's very difficult. Our men and women in uniform are operating very difficult, which must not be the case. These are the people that we should respect, and be allowed to operate freely. But now what has happened is that the dignity and the integrity of a uniformed personnel has been, taken away by those bestowed with a responsibility to protect it. And that's not fair. That's not right. That's not the society we want to live in. So the soldiers and the police officers that you've seen in the streets, cannabis, it's someone is scared. President Edgar Lungu is very scared at the moment, and he needs a shield. And what that entails is that he's using these men and women in uniform to intimidate the citizens. come that day, maybe they say yes, is whatever, and he has won the elections. People will fail to protest the results. They'll fail to protest because they'll be scared of soldiers, and that's not right. Because if I tell you at what point did the police officers say to our Afirwa, we've failed? At what point? Because all that is happening right now in Zambia, it's manageable and police officers can manage. But someone decided that no, we need soldiers on board, which is, for me, someone is scared, really scared. So for me, it's just a depiction of fear, like it's just someone being scared, and they are making it look like something like something that the country needs. But initially, it's just the president being scared.
Thank you. Prophet Siawan, today Antonio Mwanza had a press briefing with Amos Chanda. I picked a number of issues. Yesterday, the US government issued a statement, and we have seen the European Union, they have also issued a statement. And with the US government, they stated that anyone who's going to undermine democracy in Zambia, they are going to impose sanctions. Now, I assume these sanctions will come at individual levels where they have said they will be restricted to travel going to the US. And the entire country may be also given a lot of sanctions. 2 or 3 days ago, Antonio Mwanza issued a statement when he featured on the Phoenix to say the UPND leader, if it was in Rwanda, this time around, you'd have been shot in the head. And personally, I was expecting President Edgar Lungu to apologize to the people of Zambia, to Hakainde Hichilema, and the international community for the words Antonio Mwanza issued. Unfortunately, when we were expecting the president to apologize, the president yesterday said the same words, saying if it was somewhere, this guy would have been killed already. Now, Antonio Mwanza and Amos Chanda, they have refuted that the electoral process that Zambia is going through, it is free and fair. There has never been intimidations. Everything has moved in a very smooth way. Now, Antonio Mwanza and Amos Chanda, they are trying to react to the international community concerns. You are very conversant with Zambian politics. How would you describe the electoral process? It was the credibility of an election is not what happens on the actual day. It's what happens before, during, and after the election. How would you describe this? Are people telling the truth?
You know, Edgar Lungu is not himself. As we are talking today, Edgar Lungu is afraid, and Edgar Lungu is not comfortable. And when you see a president, when he was making that statement, actually, if you are blessed with reading skills and psychology, you would know that the guy was not himself. He was fidgeting. You can read body language. You can, if you are very intelligent, you can look at him and know that the guy, he doesn't sleep, and he was speaking out of frustration. I heard him saying the same thing. I didn't listen to Antonio Mwanza. I don't listen to idiots like that. Who, a few years ago, he was the one condemning Edgar Lungu, condemning PF, and today is the one speaking for PF. So I don't listen to idiots. I don't have time for such fools. But if he said the same thing, if they said the process has been okay and credible enough, there are so many things I mentioned which I can actually ask him about if I was to talk to him today. In the first place, when there was a voters registration going on, we all saw what happened at the stronghold of the UPND. We also saw what happened at the stronghold of the PF. And by the way, a man was caught in Petauke by JJ having over 200 NRCs and 200 voters card. You know, when you are talking about the process has been okay, the process has been credible, are you mad? You must question those things. You know, where is that man actually? That man is nowhere to be seen, and that case is dead. And as we are talking today, there are hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of the same cases. People are having 20 NRSs, 20 voters card, 30 NRSs, 30 voters card. PF is going from door to door buying voters card, buying NRSs. When you talk about the process has been good and credible, what do you mean? You know, that's why I don't listen to people like that. What is important today is that Edgar Lungu has seen that it's not going to win the election. It's only trying to survive by trying to rig the election, which is not also going to win. They are going to have all those pre-marked ballot papers and so on, but they will not find a way to deliver them. Because everyone is alert today. Sikaile, today, if there is any little movement, any slight movement, everyone is suspected. Everyone is speaking. It's not like 2016. 2016, people were very down. People were like, okay, we love this guy. Whatever happened, let him win the election. This year, it's not going to happen. Everyone is vigilant. We want to see how they are going to deliver those ballot boxes that they mark. It's not going to happen. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I know when I tell you that Edgar Lungu lost the election already, I am here today to guarantee you that Edgar Lungu is going to lose the election with big margin. So that all those other people, yeah, Amos Chanda is a criminal because he was from the court. He was acquitted of corruption, which these are the things that HH will look into once he gets into power. You know, what do you expect to hear from Amos Chanda? Amos Chanda is a criminal.
And just as you are still there, actually, Antonio Mwanza and the colleague, they retaliated to say President Edgar Lungu has worked so hard to fight corruption in Zambia.
These people.
Well,
oh
no,
my God.
Yeah, I'm trying by all means so that we look at this, because the Zambian people, they want to understand what the people who are masquerading that they are our leaders, they want to come back. What are they telling the people of Zambia? I was so surprised, I was so shocked when you say President Edgar Lungu, he has fought so hard to fight corruption. Now you understand, they have even gone to say there has been freedom of speech, freedom of the press, movements, assembly.
Sikaile, let me give you the word of Edgar Lungu a few years ago. Edgar Lungu, in one of his Central Committee meetings, said that he has traced some of his ministers, some of his officials depositing huge amount of money into different accounts. And he said that security agents are going to get in, those guys to be arrested and so on and so forth. After saying those words, how many people have been arrested? Who among them has been arrested? You are even going far. Chishimba Kamburi is having a serious money laundering case. Because from his house, there was a revelation that his daughter and the gateman or something stole almost $200 and something thousand from there. In Zambia, I was in Zambia. I understand the law of Zambia. You cannot keep such an amount of money in your house. Instead of gallivanting from here to here with nothing to do with, speaking rubbish, was supposed to be sell. As we are talking today, if Edgar Lungu was serious with corruption, Tilufia Chitalu is a criminal. It's a bloody criminal. You know, is an unrepentant criminal. Where is he? He's gallivanting all over. He hasn't done nothing completely. Dorasilia, I have proof today how he was depositing millions of dollars into his son's account in South Africa. Dorasilia is a free person. Dorasilia is not in cell. What are you talking about? When you talk about corruption, Sikaile, and Edgar Lungu fighting corruption, which corruption is that? In Malawi, the minister that was involved in Mesgate scandal was fired, investigated, and persecuted. He did that business with Dorasilia. Where is Dorasilia today? Edgar Lungu pampered her. Today, Dorasilia is a billionaire. You are even going far. Tarsila Lungu is one of the richest young daughters of president in Africa today. What does she do? She's a mayor councillor. How much is her salary? So when you talk about Edgar Lungu fighting corruption, it's like you, I don't know, you are joking. Edgar Lungu is corrupt. Edgar Lungu, before he became a president, was a poor person. By the time we were working with Edgar Lungu had no money to pay for some of the work we are doing for him. Today, Edgar Lungu is a billionaire. How much is his salary? How did he acquire those billions? Edgar Lungu is the father of corruption. So when you talk about Edgar Lungu fighting corruption, you are joking. You are playing with the people of Zambia. And that is rubbish. And that should not be entertained. That's why I don't listen to fools. Fools like Antonia Manza. That guy speaks from his tummy. He knows nothing about politics. Amos Chanda is a fool. Why is he not in State House? It's because of corruption. So when they talk about Edgar Lungu fight, how many people have gone to prison because of corruption in Zambia? So we shouldn't be fools.
Yeah, because you know, Prophet Isiawan, these are critical issues that probably the Zambian people that are watching us today, as they prepare to go and vote, these are some of the issues that, as we are interacting with the people, they are able to say there has been rampant corruption. Now, this is a government that went as far as stealing money for people with disability, the aged. These are the people, the same people. I recall, just to second your point, where you said, President Edgar Lungu, in one of his addresses, he said, there is a lot of money laundering going on. That's why even, crafted that you can eat, but don't finish everything. Stuff like that. Because now, these are the monies that the donor countries they have been giving Zambia. One time I had the privilege to speak to one of the diplomats from the West country, where he said, young man, we know how the money that we are helping your country, it comes in and it is taken back to our country by your own leaders. Now, even donor countries, I'm sure this time they have to take keen interest in these elections. Because Jayson, as an activist for human rights, I've written to the United Nations and various stakeholders. Several times I've written to the US Embassy, talking about all these issues. The violence, the only development some of us we have seen in Zambia is corruption. And whatever little that remains, they go to buy guns and start killing the people of Zambia.
Sikaile, Edgar Lungu is the head of corruption. When you see Edgar Lungu building an airport that's supposed to cost 10 million, it will be quoted 20 million. 10 million will go into the pocket of Edgar Lungu. The rest will go to building. As we are talking today, Edgar Lungu is one of the richest presidents on earth. Don't be fooled by going to commission this, The first question you must ask him, how much was this? Sikaile. If you look at Sata not building all these things, some of these things, Sata was not a fool. There are some things that, Chinese corrupt people, they come to you with portfolio telling you, look, we are going to build this thing, it's going to cost 20 million, but we are going to say it's 30 million, 10 million is yours. They came to Sata with that same idea. Sata refused. Edgar Lungu is the one enjoying those things. Do you know how much Edgar Lungu is worth today? Edgar Lungu is a billionaire. The guy is no longer, I don't even know why he wants to contest, because he has everything that he wants. He only wants to contest because he don't want to go to jail. And I'm glad that he is contesting, and he will lose and he will go to jail. I heard him saying, I'm going to arrest HH for privatization. Edgar Lungu is a fool, that guy. He doesn't understand anything at all, at all, at all. Sikaile, since we started politics in Zambia, we have heard Akainde Echilema sold this, Akainde Echilema sold this, Akainde Echilema sold this, but he has not been arrested. From the time of this and that, everyone, at the end of the day, they just came up and said, no, he sold the Intercontinental Hotel. Of all the properties sold in Zambia, mines and so on, they want to persecute Akainde Echilema for selling Intercontinental Hotel. How much was made out of them? People that sold my Edgar Lungu is one of the beneficiaries. It's one of those people that benefited from privatization. Edith Nawaku is one of them. I called Chishim and I called Tayali and told him to say that issue that PF wanted to use you to raise against HH is not going anywhere. The guy is innocent. Stop it. He didn't listen to me. But today, where is he? Corrupt people have used him and they dumped him like a tissue paper. Just like I said and I openly said. Edgar Lungu is corrupt. Edgar Lungu can use anything. Edgar Lungu can use anybody. Can't you see Chishimba Kambui? Those of you who don't understand politics and who don't remember, don't you know that the same way he's campaigning for Edgar Lungu today is the way he campaigned for him in 2016. He was the only person that was campaigning. After that, he was dumped. It will happen again. So when we talk about Edgar Lungu fighting corruption, we are joking. It's like telling us that Satan has gone to God and apologized. It can never happen. Forget that. Edgar Lungu cannot survive without corruption. The same way fish cannot survive without water, that's how Edgar Lungu cannot survive without corruption. So it's something that you will see. Let HH take over power. You will know that Zambia is rich. How much are you owing? How much is your external debt today? How many billions are you owing? All those useless projects Edgar Lungu is commissioning, are they worth the billions that you are owing? Where is the rest of the money? These are the questions that you must ask yourself. Edgar, you are owing how many billions? Billions upon billions of dollars. These guys collect this loan, they loot the loan, they build useless things. Airport of not less than $2 million US, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, highest 10 million US dollars. Where are the billions that you have borrowed from the Chinese? Where are the billions that you have borrowed from the IMF? These are the things that you must be looking at. And I'm glad that this election will be determined by the youths. The youths are wise. They understand things the same way that I understand things. They are not carried away. If you see Edgar Lungu going here to Samkal, people don't even care. Building roadblocks everywhere, saying it's building bridges and so on and so forth. Youths are looking at it and say, does this man think that we are stupid? You borrow billions of dollars, you come here and make investment of millions, and you want us to clap for you? You are enriching your family. Tasila is a billionaire today. What is going on? So forget about Edgar Lungu fighting corruption. That guy is corruption himself.
Thank you, Prophet Siawan. I'll be coming back to you.
So can I just have a question? I have a question that we need to address. We've been talking about this, and this is concerning the results. So what is your advice, Siawan? I'm just going to quote some information that was released today. I'm reading here. The Electoral Commission of Zambia says those who will be undertaking parallel vote tabulation in Thursday's election must not announce results until final results have been announced by the commission. Shindano says you are only allowed to present your results after the announcement of the commission's final results. Anyone that does before will be prosecuted. Electoral Commission of Zambia. So I think this is the problem we are having, to say the constitution says results should be announced at the polling center by the presiding officer. But then they have brought this cyber bill and they are saying all these things. And we know they want to manipulate the results. What is your comment?
You see,
sure. I think before we come to you, Prophet Siawan, I just want to add on something. When you are just done, then Officer Jayson can also respond. The IG has also threatened to arrest all those that he terms they are going to be abusing the internet. Officer Tonda, I would love to hear your reaction on that one. Is the IG within the laws of Zambia to start threatening us? Because we have seen Chishimba Kambwe using social media, dividing the country, and no one has arrested him. Thank you. You can go ahead, Chawan.
Sikaile, Princess, this election is about the people of Zambia and the PF government. I have been in Zambia. I have been opportune in Zambia to observe and participate in election 3 times. The people that are doing parallel tabulation are allowed to transfer their result to the centers. This is very important. This is very, very important. I believe that you people at the UPND have prepared enough people that will counter check after every single result is announced. Whenever from the polling station, whenever it's concluded and announced, sent to Mulungushi or wherever they will transmit from in this election, make sure that whatever that other old man is announcing is starting with the result that you are getting on the ground. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. I don't have any problem with them saying no one should announce the result except the ECZ. That is why they are there. But make sure that whatever they are announcing is starting with what you have. And if it doesn't tarry, please interrupt the announcement. If they announce a result of a constituency or what that does not exist anywhere, please interrupt it. This time it must be fire for fire. Don't be afraid of the police. What you don't know, and what I can tell you today is that the army, the police, whatever you are going through as an individual, they're also going through the same thing. They want change. Sikaile, most of the people that write me and send me a message and information are from office of the president. They are tired as well. Forget about them beating you and arresting you unnecessarily. It's not going to happen. This you will know. I'm telling you the gospel truth. This you will know that the Zambian police and Zambian army is with the people. Whatever that is happening today, please, I want you to consider it supernatural. Edgar Lungu does not even know the reason why he released the armies. Many of you will understand after the election. Don't be intimidated by the presence of the army. They want to protect you. Sikaile, a few days before the army was released on the street, if you wear UPND regalia and they pass through the street, you'll be beaten and you'll be killed. Today, it's no longer the same. People of Zambia must make use of this opportunity and come out in number and vote freely. The army is going to protect you. Army is not police. In every country, army is responsible than the police. People of Zambia, there is over 1,600 people that are watching today. Make use of this opportunity. Instead of seeing the army as coming to intimidate you, like President Hakainde Hichilema said, army have come out on the street to protect you. Don't be intimidated. Army is not police. Army is not Kanganja. Kada does not control the army. I'm telling you the gospel truth.
make sure that you come and vote in numbers, because army is on the street to protect you. And like I said before, after voting, you have the right to be there and hear the announcement of the result before you go. If you go, they will bring in pre-marked ballot papers and they mix it with the result and give Edgar Lungu victory. Cast your vote. Be there to protect your vote. Don't make trouble. Don't fear the army. Army is with the people. Don't be afraid. I can guarantee you this. I can tell you this from the bottom of my heart.
Officer Chipepo, the IG is very quick to threaten citizens, to say you abuse the internet, you are going to be arrested. But we have seen Mr. Chishimba Kambwe, Mr. GBM inciting tribal war in the country. And the ZICTA has been watching these guys. What is your comment, the conduct of the IG of such people? And how do you evaluate, because how do you evaluate his leadership until Thursday? Has he been a man who has inspired the police? What do we learn from him, from his leadership? I thank you, especially that the other time you were bold enough. And honestly speaking, some of us, we give credit to such people who are so courageous. There are a lot of every day, there are a lot of police officers that I deal with. There are a lot of military guys that we deal with together with. And when we hear their problems, they are expressing their problems. They are also concerned. But you came out to say, I can't continue working, getting orders from thugs, getting orders from cadres. A cadre walking into a police station, slapping an office. And today, Antonio Mwanza has got the audacity to say PF is a passive part. PF are doing things right. Officer, come in, please.
Thank you very much, brother man. Alabuafia Cannabis. You see, like I earlier stated, that man is a cadre wearing a police uniform. And he has destroyed the police, like he has destroyed it terribly. You see, we police officers work with orders, instructions. So when you are operating as a police officer, what happens is that you have to receive instructions from somewhere. And yours as a low-ranked police officer, yours is just to execute what has been given to you. So
looks like we are losing him. We are losing him.
Yes, we understand, you know, they are trying to pray around.
Intercept Bajaka Pantambo.
So,
yes, yeah. Guys, if you're just joining us, I see we have close to 2,000 people watching. Welcome, welcome. We have our special guest, Dawn of Power in the Midst, hosted by Comrade Sikaile, as we wind down to voting day. We are blessed. Thank you so much. Share in your groups. We are here to give final advice, what you need to know, information as we prepare to vote. Guys,
we have lost it.
Go ahead.
Sure. Prophet Siawan, as we're still waiting for our colleagues to come back, as you know what is going on with the ZICTA, they are trying to play around with the network. Personally, as an activist for human rights, I've been appealing to people to say these elections, they should be for every Zambian, especially what they should do is the protecting of votes. I've told people to say, each one of us should be there. Imagine everyone has got a polling station. After voting, wait until you make sure that the correct figures are being announced and they have been validated before you leave a polling station. That has been my message. What is your message to the people of Zambia, especially the youth, on how to take this, the protection of votes? Because others, they're just asking, what is the opposition doing? But personally, I feel this is not a battle for the opposition. This is not a battle for the church or for whoever, but it's a battle for every concerned Zambia. Because these relations, the people of Zambia versus PF. Your message, please.
Sikaile, Sikaile. The people that are suffering in Zambia today, it's not the opposition. When you talk about opposition, you're talking about HH. The guy is not suffering. The guy, as we are talking today, can choose not to participate in this election and still be a billionaire. It doesn't pain him. Even if a bag of meal will be sold in Zambia at the cost of $200 US, he can afford it. When you talk about opposition, you're talking about Harry Kalaba. The guy is rich. He don't need to win an election to survive. He's well to do. It's very rich. When you talk about opposition, you're talking about Nefes Mumba. The guy is okay, he's rich. You're talking about Felix Motati. You're talking about KBF. These guys are rich. These guys actually are not the ones that are feeling what the majority of Zambians are feeling. The election is not about the opposition. Opposition is okay, they are doing well. It's about the people of Zambia. You cannot say, let's cast the vote, let UPND protect the vote. UPND don't have the capacity alone to protect it. It is your right to cast your vote and to protect your vote. There is no single political party that will protect vote from crooks, from criminals, like a PF political party. There is no, it's a collective effort. Once you cast your vote, be there, make sure that you are there, make sure that they announce the result, transmit the result, then you can go home and start washing your clothes and start preparing for inauguration. If you don't do it, PF is going to steal the vote. PF does not have any other alternative apart from rigging. Even with rigging, they are not going to win an election. Because this election, people are going to vote. I'm telling you, my brother, people are going to vote unbelievably. People are going to vote in numbers. So whether rigging or no rigging, PF is going. But to be on a safe side, cast your vote, be there, let the vote be counted. Once the vote is counted, announced, and transmitted to Mulungushi, you can go home. That is my advice to everyone, and that is exactly what I emphasized when I was live on Sunday talking about the election. Cast your vote and be there. No one is going to chase you away.
Thank you. We have Officer Msonda is back. We know what is happening, Officer. Please, we still want to hear your message regarding the question that I posed about the overall conduct of the IG, a man that we have seen so many lives being lost. We lost Vespers Munzira. We lost Mapenzi Chiburo. We lost Gracia Matapa. We lost Frankie Mugara. We lost Kennedy Mudenda. We lost Mukonka Mares, Samansama, Joseph Kaunda. A lot of citizens have died. Whilst the IG is there. And I'm one of those people who have written to the UN, I've written to Amnesty International, especially being a member of Amnesty International, writing every day, screaming to them to say, look what these guys are doing to the country. And when Amnesty International issued a statement about the status of human rights in Zambia, PF went viral, went all over their media, distancing themselves to say there is no violence in Zambia. There is no one. Whilst Amnesty International, we did not say anything much. We just said people have been killed and the government have not acted. Of some sort, the violence, the overall performance of the IG. How should the Zambian people remember it?
Yes, thank you very much. I'm so sorry for that. So like I was saying, comrade, Comrade, when you're a police officer, you work with instructions. Instructions have to come from somewhere. And your analysis on the ground, when you're an officer on the ground, your analysis will be like these are the instructions I'm supposed to follow. So you have to abide. And there on the ground, you have commanders now that will be telling you, so okay, so that will be telling you what to do, to say, do this, do that, do that. So the problem that we're having right now is that we've got an IG or an inspector general that is a PF cadre. I've said this and I'll continue saying it. The man is the real secretary general for PF, because everything he's doing or he has continued to do in this country is protecting the interest of the PF always. He's always protecting the interest of the PF. But that's not how you're supposed to be or to behave when you're an IG. You see, in democratic policing, there is what we call neutrality. You have to be neutral in your execution of duties. You have to be neutral and make sure that, you know, what you give to the, you know, to the PF in the same way must be given to the, you know, to the UPND, must be given to the DP, must be given to whatever. That's how you save the country. That's how you know, you do things. But what we've seen is a situation where this country is now just for PFs alone, like for the ruling party alone. But that's not right. That's not right, because we are all Zambians and we have to be in this country together. So apparently the problem that we're having is okay, let me get back like a bit. So when you're a police officer, there is that autonomy, because you know you're a professional. When you have been trained as a police officer, you are a professional. You know what you're supposed to do. You know a responsibility. And when you are a professional, your action must be informed by your profession. Each time somebody from outside or outside your profession has to give you instructions, then you are no longer a professional. Because you're only a professional if your behavior and your conduct is in line with your profession. If we go back to the, you know, to the motto, to the standing orders of police, what is prevailing in Zambia right now is totally uncalled for. And you see people like the people that you mentioned, the Shimba Kambwili and them, Shimba, those people that are championing tribalism, those people are talking about things that are a recipe, you know, to genocide. Those things can cause anarchy in this country. Statements like that, you know, tribal remarks. Those things are serious remarks, which can cause real violence. And those are the people that we are supposed to be apprehending. Instead, we are busy fighting UPND cadres all over the street. That's not right. That's not right. And to me, you know,
just office, as you are still there, you have brought in a very, very, very critical issue. Now, when you look at those sentiments, and we saw what happened, a very good reference to Prophet Seer one is the issue of Rwanda.
Okay.
And we have seen one Shimbakambuli was suspended by the Electoral Commission of Zambia just for a few days. When he came back, Shimbakambuli, he actually went to have a meeting, and just after having a meeting with them, he came back and he continued. Shimbakambuli has continued demonizing.
Comrade.
Sure.
Comrade, you
Yes,
know, these guys think we are fools. You see, tatunina motoka because you are blue. You don't jump on a vehicle because you love the vehicle. You jump on the vehicle because you want to go somewhere. You get? So telling us about how comfortable the seats of a vehicle are, like how comfortable the seats are and how beautiful the car is actually very useless. Tell us about the competence. And the issues to do with, you know, this tribalism, to me, are just nonsense. They are just nonsense, and they are for people that just want to ride on the, you know, the narrative, foolish narrative which has been there, and Tongas are like that, Bembas are like that, like just those foolish narratives. But coming to the issue, some of us, we the younger generation, we are not trying, brother Sikaile.
Okay, but Jayson.
I should judge you based on the things that
Jayson,
you've got influence
sorry.
over.
Can
You
I
know?
interrupt you,
Yes.
by Jayson? We are losing you, so remove your video. Remove your video and just leave the audio. I think it will be better because you are cutting in and out.
Okay, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, brother Sikaile, I cannot judge you on the things that you do not have influence over. If I have to tell you about something, I have to tell you on things that you've got influence over. If you brother man, you cannot change your name. You cannot change anything about your ethnicity. You cannot change any of that because it's out of your reach. It's out of your reach. And it's foolishness. Trust me, it's foolishness to see a leader like, you know, that man, that big, I don't know. Let me not even talk about it. Championing tribalism, but it's actually very dangerous and it can cause a lot of anarchy in the country. You see, one day if we continue, you know, with this, you know, line of thought, one day Tongas will wake up to say we don't want members in Southern Province. And they'll start killing members in Southern Province. One day we'll wake up to a situation where members again will say something else. Eastern, same thing. And how are we going to manage that situation? How are we going to manage the situation? So those are the statements we the police officers must be arresting. Unlike arresting innocent individuals that are campaigning around. That's nonsense. And that's basic. So to our police officers and also Akakoma Kanganja, my message to him right now on this program is commanding less than 30,000 people. All police officers are below 30,000. And that's half a constituency, Matelo constituency. That's half a constituency. Matelo is 60-something Zambians. So if you think the 30,000 can override the decision of the millions Yama Zambians, Zambians will fight and they'll get what they want. People, but and I'm challenging each and every Zambian, you have to participate in your own rescue. Yes. Let nobody, Chalo Chove, you have to participate, be there and protect what is supposed to be protected. We will not go around being scared. Chalo Chove, let me give this analysis, please. A country is like a stage. A country is like a stage. Ngalamia ku dancing competition Malaysia na pa stage. Group imonga yaona wala stage. Ukushana ni chikwapwa. So you have to make sure that for this dancing competition to continue, we have to protect the stage because the stage, as we are talking right now, Zambia, and we have to make sure that Zambia is safe and is in safe hands. You people that are here on this platform, you, Comrade Sikaile, you are very young. You will be the next president, you will be the next vice president. And we have to continue talking about these things because Chalo Chesuchino, this is our country and we have to continue fighting.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Officer Msonda there. Prophet Seer, we have seen the international community, they are coming on board, criticizing the whole process of these elections. And just like I said, because what Mr. Edgar Lungu, he doesn't want to, in most cases, he doesn't want to face the people of Zambia. Comrade Matomola, you are most welcome.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you.
All right. So, Prophet Seer, we have seen the international community voicing out on so many things that we have been talking about for so many years, about the PM, how they are managing national affairs, the status of democracy. Now, what should be the international community be focusing on in these elections? Looking how the process has been, what should the international community do to make sure that they safeguard the lives of the people? Prophet Seer, what would your appeal to the international community? Because these are problems that Africa is going through. In Nigeria, these are the same problems. Because the problem in Nigeria, they are my problem. The problem in Zambia, they are your problem. We are Africa. At the end of the day, Africa is being rated like we don't think because of few individuals. And this is why, as young generations, we need to talk about these issues. We need to put our countries in order. Because why should we continue begging when God has given us all kinds of natural resources in Africa? All what we just need is people who can think, who can utilize these resources to fight poverty. Prophet Seer, what is your appeal to the international community?
Sikaile, let me tell you, my brother. Let me tell you something that we do not know. And this is unfortunate, but we must say the truth. Our fight against any evil in our nation must be fought by us. America will never come and fight for us. You see, America is just talking. They are just saying things that they cannot do. They are just trying to talk. America will not do anything. Even if Edgar Lungu rigs election tomorrow, even if Edgar Lungu does anything tomorrow, you will never see America. They are like that. These guys are like that. They will continue talking. When I hear people say international community, the international community have been there for ages. They are there in Uganda up to today. That Satan is the one ruling Uganda. They are there in Angola. They are there in Rwanda. That guy has ruled Rwanda for many years. International communities there. Every voting year, they will make statement, empty statement. If you want to liberate your country from the hand of PF, the fight will be fought by the people of Zambia. How are you going to fight this fight? How are you going to fight these people? Is to go out in number and vote on Thursday. After voting, stay there and protect your vote. America will never, all these organizations you are talking about, they do nothing. Those guys that work there, they just come, like the international observers, they have already landed in Zambia. They have gone to a different hotel. Edgar Lungu is feeding them with tea. Every morning they eat tea, they eat pizza. Edgar Lungu is giving them envelopes of money. You think they will come tomorrow? And no, let us forget about it. There is never a country in Africa that international community helped in any way when it comes to election. So you should even forget about this. Look at what happened in Malawi. For Malawi to get their independence from the hand of Mutharika, they needed no international election observer. They needed no international community. Those guys will continue talking. American embassy will talk. They will talk from here to heaven. Nothing is going to happen. I just want to say this, and for you to know this. We Black people, our life is in our hands. Our development is in our hands. Our election is in our hands. If you expect America to come and help in this election, forget it. They don't want African nation that is doing well. Mark this thing that I'm telling you somewhere. They will talk, they will talk, they will talk, they will make noise. At the end of the day, they will still support the government that wins election, whether through rigging or no rigging. As we are talking today, there is an American embassy in Uganda. They are communicating with that dictator. There is an American embassy in Zambia. They are also talking with Edgar Lungu. So forget about international. What all of us should be encouraging Zambian people, go and fight your fight. No one is going to help you. Believe me, no one is going to help you. International community will deceive you. They will tell you, they will threaten you, they will do this. At the end of the day, they will go to State House and they eat biscuit and they will eat chicken and they will go with money. They can't do anything. Okay, from here, you said you have written international community about what PF is doing and so on and so forth. What have they done? They can't do nothing. And even today,
they can't do nothing. The battle and the victory is in the hand of Zambians. Go out and vote in numbers. That's all.
Thank you, Prophet Siawani. I have a question for you. Having a woman on the platform, I have a question for you. What is your comment, Madam Pumuro, the overall when it comes to women participation in these elections? We have seen recently, we saw the opposition running mate, Madam Mango, she was brutalized. Do we still have enough space, or is there enough space for women to take part in political issues, especially in relation to violence?
Thank you very much. But before I go to that, I just want to comment on what Siawan said. So we saw the genocide in Rwanda, and that happened almost 30 years ago. And we just saw the international community start prosecuting those people who ran away in foreign countries. So I agree with Siawan. We have to protect this election ourselves. International community can say they are going to help us, but they will come 30 years later. So let's keep that in mind. Coming to the question about women in politics, I must say that this election, you know, I'm not in Zambia, I'm based here in the United States, so I can count the women who are actively involved in politics, and it breaks my heart. We saw the woman at Ministry of Works and Supply who was attacked by cadres, and we didn't see any comment from the government, the women's affairs in Zambia. We have a lot of local and international organizations in Zambia who are supposed to fight for women's rights. Women, naturally, we are underprivileged, we are overlooked. Career-wise, even career-wise in our marriages, relationships. So it's just showing to say, women in Zambia politics, we need to grow. We need to grow. For me, I am doing this. I want to be a role model for all the young women out there. And then coming to the issue of Mtaina Lumango, I think that was a gender-based violence, because we have not seen a man attacked in such a manner in this campaign trail. But because she's a woman, they knew she didn't have enough security, and they lay wait and ambushed her. It was very sad when it happened. We came live. We've been going live almost every day for the 3 months. We came live and we appealed to our, even our president, Wainonge Winner, what are you doing? No word from Wainonge Winner, Doris Leah, all the high-ranking, high-profile women in Zambia. No one commented about Mutarina Lumango's attack. It is very disgraceful. I think for me, that is the lowest point that happened to us in Zambian politics. I end here.
Thank you. I'm going to invite Comrade Matomola, if you are there with us, just for a few minutes. I just want to hear from you. We have been told that the preparations of these elections has been very transparent, very free and fair. What is your thought as a young man in politics, in having been on the ground every day?
Wow.
I'm sure you have been arrested for quite some time. What's your thought? How do you describe these elections, the process? Because personally, we look at the credibility of an election before, during, and after. What happened? Please, a quick one.
Okay. Thank you so much, Comrade Sikaile, Madam Pumulo, Jayson, and the Dawn of Power, the Jagaban himself.
How are you?
So I'm humbled for this question, and apologies I came late in this meeting because we are on the ground. Being on the ground as a person that has been arrested 7 times now in the space of 2 years in the work of politics, I want to say that from the start, the elections under ECZ have never been free and fair. Even up to date as we are speaking to you now, everything that they are trying to do is not on equal footing. The day before yesterday, even today, the stuffing of ballot papers in constituencies, it had to take us to organize a lot of youths, to police them, to tell them, make the process transparent. ECZ will always try to make sure that they manipulate this year's election. Today, I was in Chawama and in many parts of Lusaka. When we were distributing, they were, stuffing ballot papers in constituencies. And what was happening is that they were even refusing observers, us the citizens, to monitor, to see this process. They were saying, no, this work, your work begins on Thursday, not today. But we stood our ground. Now, this is just an indication that even on Thursday, even tomorrow, ECZ will try by all means to do what they are always best known for. But I wish to agree with all of you who have said that these elections are not going to be won by petitions. These elections, they are not going to be won through courts. These elections, they are not going to be won by us writing to the international community. These elections, they are not going to be won by us trusting our trust in prophets like Ian Genesis. These elections, they are going to be won on the ground. And if ECZ, they are going to refuse us to use the ballot as a means for a peaceful transition, it means that we, the people of Zambia, we are going to rise up and take to the streets. There comes a time in the history of a country when people rise up. And I think that this time has come, and this is the time where people are ready to do anything, to unhorse people from power that have been dictators for quite a long time. From the word go, when this electoral process started, ECZ has never been transparent. And we thank God for people like Seer who has been through and through updating the Zambian people on what was going to happen. And I really salute you, Seer, that you are on this platform. You have fought a very good fight. I'm telling you, the price will be great for you. The price will be great for you. Zambia is waiting to see you at the inauguration of President Hakainde Hichilema. I'm officially inviting you now, Seer. Take a ticket right now. Buy it in advance, Seer. Buy it in advance so that you can come at the inauguration at Heroes Stadium. Tell this, we want to hear your response now because Zambian people are watching and they want to see you there. So in conclusion, I just want to say that on the ground, Mr. Sikaile, the situation is under control. The mood is very high. People are willing to sleep at the polling stations. As I'm speaking to you, there's a group of women and youths who are willing to sleep at polling stations. We are going to sleep at the polling station. We are going to make sure that people don't go home. And actually the message has sunk in the mind of the people that after voting, people will not go home. And lastly, I want to acknowledge and salute the Zambia police today and this past 1 week. They have been helping us as the people of this country. They have been very peaceful, and the military. We wish that you should continue with the same spirit of standing with the Zambian people. That is what will make us win this year's election.
Yeah, thank you so much, comrade. We really appreciate for those contributions that you have made, and yeah, I can agree with you. And really, young people are putting in a lot of effort. Like, if I just open my phone, I found the youth from Porokoso. They are telling me, we are sleeping regarding the votes, the ballot papers. I think we saw the other time in Porokoso. Now, these are the issues that we see. The PF, they are claiming that they have a stronghold, but you can see that even just their campaign, they have had it very difficult. One time, I wrote an article where I said when they were doing those voters registration, I told them, I said, this process that you are making unfair to others, it will backfire to you, because you are going to find that the same people that you are registering in big numbers, they are going to turn against you. We have seen what is happening in Mpurungu, where State House Minister Freedom Skazwe comes from. He's even failing to stay in his own constituency, the best friend of President Edgar Lungu. The people of Mpurungu, they are saying, we want development. We are suffering. We have seen what is happening in Nakonde. We saw what happened in Eastern Province. And personally, in my own capacity and indeed on behalf of every concerned Zambia, I want to thank the people of Zambia, especially our brothers from the northern and the the east part. So saying this time around we are not going to listen to any nonsense of tribalism. Yes, whatever you said, Prophet Seer one about Shimbakambwe. In 2016, they used Shimbakambwe. Remember, when he featured on ZNBC, he said, even if you take Jesus Christ to Southern Province, they'll still vote for Hakainde Hichilema. Those remarks were too much. And Shimbakambwe went there to apologize. It took some UPND officials like Honorable Garing Kombo escorted him to apologize. And today, President Garunga again is using Shimbakambwe. Sometimes I feel pity for the man. Now, in summary, Prophet Seer one, ballot papers are being stolen by who? By the PF in collaboration with the ECZ. And your concluding remarks. Talk about the ballot papers that they are stealing and your concluding remarks that you would wish to tell the people of Zambia as they go for the elections on Thursday.
People of Zambia, God bless you. And God has blessed you already. We have fought a good fight from the beginning. I did not betray you. I did not fall into any temptation to have abandoned the fight that I had, and they chose to stand against the people. It has never happened. It will never happen. It cannot happen. I want to thank my very good friend, Honorable Montola. I don't know how to mention the name properly. And Mototola.
Matomola.
Motorola, just call him Motorola.
I want to thank you for the invitation, and so many other millions of Zambia who are saying, "See, one, you must come to Zambia when HH wins election." It's not about me. What I'm doing for the people of Zambia, I don't need any reward for it. I will never come to Zambia because I've entered in an oath already. I've said it publicly. Millions of people have heard me. I am a man of my word. If the fight is for the people of Zambia to be free, anywhere I am, I will be happy to say the monster we created, we have destroyed it. And I will sleep peacefully and I will have peace. I believe by Friday, Saturday, this week, I'm going to be a free man. My conscience will be clean again. This is what I'm fighting for. This is what we are fighting for. There is no personal reward that I need or personal praise that I need. I love the people. That's why we are fighting for the people. And coming to the ballot paper that was stolen, it's evident, it's clear that PF, the only way that they want to survive in this election is through rigging. And they will try everything possible that they can, as anything they can touch, they can, to rig the election. They have stolen the ballot papers, and they will continue stealing the ballot papers. But it's a very simple thing. If you vote and stay there to protect your vote, they will not have opportunity to come in and sneak in the pre-marked ballot votes. At the end of the day, it will be stuck in their hands. And those things will be used against them in the court of law. All I'm saying is that when you are united, when you vote, sit there and protect your vote. They don't have supernatural power to use to come and sneak in the pre-marked ballot papers. It will not work. As we are talking today, JJ is there in Eastern Province. It's working. I don't want to say anything. Calabar is there in the Northern Province. It's working. I don't want to say anything. These are the people that understand how rigging of election works. And these guys are standing against the party that they helped rig election before. They understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to say anything from here, but I can assure you that the plan of rigging election in the North and in the East is going to fail. And once that happens, start celebration. I want to use this final opportunity
to thank the princess, to thank the officer, Officer Chipepo. I want to thank Honorable
Motorola.
Motorola.
He says,
And
call him Motorola.
Yes, and I want to thank my brother Sikaile. I want to say that I love you all. The battle that you have fought together with Alice Roland Mosokwa, OC, Mr. Siame, B Flow. There are so many of you that have really lost a lot of things in fighting for your people. History will remember you very well. It's not about what you are going to get when a church becomes president. What you must know is that we, from here where we are in Nigeria, in South Africa, will not allow a church to reward anybody with employment. Anyone that must be employed in UPND must be employed because of credibility. Because of rewarding cadres, look at what PF have turned Zambia to. A rewarding a cadre like Bowman Lusambo, an idiot who cannot even spell his name, making him a minister. What do you think that Bowman Lusambo will contribute to the nation? Rewarding cadres like, how many of them am I going to mention? When a party is being led by Davis Mwila, a man who cannot read from 1, 2, 3 up to 10, what does he know about leadership? Look at what politics. So in the cabinet of Hakainde Hichilema, all of us must support him to make appointment based on merit. The IG will be a well-trained police officer. The military will be headed by a well-trained officer. Every appointment that must be made, he must never reward anybody, including you yourselves that have sacrificed your life for the people of Zambia. Your reward must come from God. Your reward must come from history. Your reward must not come from Hakainde Hichilema. If we have to really develop Zambia, the mentality of appoint me because I was fighting, appoint me because I was campaigning must stop. This is my message to the people of Zambia. This is my message to the president, Hakainde Hichilema. Everything must be done accordingly. It is time that Zambia gets to be ruled by important people like Manawasa and so on. I want to say that I love you people so much. I am with you. The same way I've been with you from the beginning, I will be with you to the end. Good night.
Thank you so much, Prophet Isiawan. And in conclusion, I'm going to ask you, from you, Officer Msonda, what is your message to all security wings as we go for the polls? What do you expect from your brothers?
My message to our brothers, men and women in uniform, is that let's be professional in our execution of duties. Let's remember that we are not alive because we are wearing those uniforms or because we are police officers. We are alive because there is a God that is sustaining us.
Looks like we are losing. Yeah, his connection is bad. So by Jayson, can you remove the video? We are losing by Jayson, a bad connection. Guys, we are just winding down. If you're here, we were honored to have Seer1, the Dawn of Power.
God is protecting us.
Yeah, by Jayson, can you remove the video? So we are losing by Jayson, bad connection. But before we wind down, on my part, I just want to say Seer1 is the reason I started this fight to fight for Mother Zambia, because I saw a man who's not Zambian have the courage to put everything aside and fight for Zambia. And I thought, what am I doing? We all have voices. Our voices can be heard far and wide. So I think on behalf of the Zambian people, I want to thank Seer for being a man of his word. And we should all emulate him because he has fought the good fight. He has fought the fight of an unwavering soldier with no benefits just because out of love. And that's why Seer has been fighting. And to conclude, I can say that we have seen the PF grow in grandeur and power because we Zambian people, some of the Zambian people believe in reaping where they did not sow. They have no credibility. So this is what we want to kill. After Thursday, guys, let's be people who work for what we have. Let's not be people who can sell our birthright for a 200 kwacha. We must be willing to roll our sleeves and go in the field and work and earn a living, not through corrupt means. So I think I end here. Mr. Sikaile, you can close, and Mr. Matomola.
I think we have also Jayson. You can just sum up, Chief.
He can remove his video because I think his connection bandwidth is low. So if he has the video going, then it's cutting.
You can hear me?
Yes.
All right. So like I was saying, police officers, soldiers, ZNS officers, all uniformed personnel that are, monitoring this election, we are members of the community. We are part of Zambia. What happens?
Okay, we are losing him. Matomola, can you go ahead, and then Mr. Sikaile, you can close.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to say that with a day in between for us to decide the destiny of our country, we must realize that this country belongs to all of us. All of us must enjoy the benefits, the good things that Zambia has to offer. Zambia was not made to be ruled by dictators and the corrupt criminals. The future of this country is in our hands. We go to vote the day after tomorrow. All of us must be reminded of the suffering that the Zambian the government does. I also want to urge you that after you vote, don't go home. Remain at the polling station until your vote is protected. We finalize. When you are at the polling station, refuse to be given drinks and food from unknown you don't know. When you are at the polling station, make sure that behind you.
Okay, looks like we are losing Matomola too. Matomola, your signal is bad. Mr. Sikaile has gone too. Mr. Sikaile, you want to close? You guys, Matomola and Jayson, your signal is cutting.
Anyway, I think personally for me, I just want to say thank you, especially to you, Commander. Thank you so much for sparing this time, and also to Prophet Seer and all the people who took their special time to listen to us. We really appreciate you. From me, all what I can just say is that let us all stand strong, united, and do the best for Zambia. We are not doing this for any other person, but for ourselves, especially young people. This debt that PF has accumulated, it is coming to us. Some of these people, in the next 2-3 years, they will not be there. But we are not going to be forgiven because the people who accumulated the debt, maybe they have died. It's us who are going to get this burden and deal with it. So I'm appealing to all young people in Zambia. Let us stand strong and defend our democracy, vote in large numbers, and make sure that we protect the votes. And in my conclusion remarks, this is just something that I want to remind a certain group of people. Permanent secretaries, district commissioners across the country, we know that in these elections, PF is using you to manipulate the elections, but we are very aware. Just as we were talking, I've been informed by one intelligence officer that Home Affairs Permanent Secretary, Mr. Masie Banda, is the one who's manning the Zambia Malawi camps for PF, the one who's coordinating the program of Malawians to come to Zambia to come and vote. Mr. Masie Banda, why are you doing that? You are a civil servant. And we have seen this is what all district commissioners and permanent secretaries are doing. But remember, the Zambian people are watching. We know what you are doing. Can you just stop it for the best and in the interest of our country? I want to say thank you once more again to everyone who has made it to spare their time to come through. Let us continue being vigilant, and I wish everyone all the best. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We are going live on Queen Phumi page. If you want to join us, we'll be sharing the link, and then we can just discuss the important points that were shared on this group. So see you on the other side. We are jumping over to Queen Phumi page. We are switching camp. Thank you for watching us. We'll see you on the other side. Hakuna kulala, hakuna kulala. Let's share the breaking news. See you guys. We are going to Queen Phumi page for our Facebook Instacast. See you soon. Hakuna kulala. Stay vigilant. We'll see you in a bit. Thank you for watching. God bless you. Bye.